Hey guys, welcome back to another video that I have for you today. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a little update on the skin situation and maybe the Differin situation too. So if that interests you guys at all, definitely stay tuned for the rest of this video. But if you are new here, definitely go and check out the rest of the videos that I make. I talk all about my acne journey, products I've tried, and just other random fun videos. So if that interests you at all, definitely go over and check out the rest of my channel, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button down below. Now, I am just going to jump right into saying that right now I am on Spironolactone, and this is my sixth month on Spironolactone. I finally made it, and I restarted using Differin again, and this is my month. Actually, it's almost like a month and a half at this point of being on Differin, so about 6 weeks of being on Differin. So first I will talk about my Spironolactone journey so far. Usually they say to wait after 3 to 6 months to really see the effects that you got from any type of medication. And I would say I am at that point where, yeah, I think I can definitely see the effects that I am experiencing from the medication, like full-on effects. So I will first start out with saying I know that a few months ago I made a video, and it was probably my 2-month update with Spironolactone, and I mentioned that when I would get up, I would get like really dizzy very easily, and I would say that now I don't get that anymore. And just to clarify, I'm still on, I've never changed the dosage or anything. I have always been on 50 milligrams. I do 25 in the morning and 25 at night, so that adds up to 50. And I have never changed that, and that's what I've been doing straight for the past 6 months. So I haven't changed anything at all, and I guess my body just got used to it. But yeah, I'm like a lot less dizzy. It wasn't really that big of a deal. It was mostly like at nighttime when I was like watching a movie or something, and we had the lights off, and I would stand up from the couch and I'd be like not being able to see for a sec because it kind of just like blacked out for a sec. I don't know, that might sound dramatic, it really wasn't. But you know that sometimes when you stand up and you're like, whoa, sometimes? So that doesn't really happen to me anymore. I still pee a lot. And I honestly, I'm really bad with drinking water too. And just to begin with, so now being on a medication that dehydrates you, it's really important to drink water. And honestly, I'm not that good at it still. I sometimes only have like one and 1.5 32 ounce water bottle a day, which is maybe about 50 ounces, something like that. Which ideally you should be having like 64 ounces without the medication, but because I haven't been having a ton of water, in the beginning, if I didn't drink enough, I would definitely feel it and just would have like the worst headache or something like that. But now it just feels like normal, honestly. But I know I should be drinking more. I know. I'm trying. I need to get in the better habit of doing it. But honestly now, like, I just don't notice too much of a difference with like getting headaches and stuff from not drinking. It's just more of like that normal feeling of like, yep, I need to drink more water, if that makes much sense. And then, yeah, I really haven't developed any more bad symptoms, I guess. One other thing I will say that did come up is, so if you guys don't know, which a lot of people, it's like, So a lot of people are on birth control and stuff, and for me, I was on the birth control pill for a really long time. I started it when I was like 15, and I stayed on it until I turned about 18. And when I turned 18, I got the 𝐬𝐤𝐚𝐥, which is the sister version of the Mirena IUD. And going off the birth control and switching to the IUD is kind of what caused the acne to come back for me, because I wasn't having those hormones being pumped into me from the birth control pill. And so that is one of the big reasons why spironolactone is helping so much. But anyway, going back to what I was going to say is that going on the IUD, I kind of lost my period, which is normal for people who go on the IUD, and which I have a lot of opinions about. But after now, like for the first 4 months of being on spironolactone, it didn't change my period at all until the last 2 months. My period is regular now, and I'm literally getting a period every month. So I don't really, and I know a lot of people will be like saying, because I am on the spironolactone subreddit, and I see a lot of people on there asking a lot of questions and being concerned about irregular periods. But for me, it like legit brought my period back. I mean, who knows if it's like a real period or if it's just like, you know, I can go into a whole spiel about that. But yeah, so that's kind of something new, I guess. And another thing too is that in the past 2 months, so basically from the 4th month to now the 6th month of being on spironolactone, I have noticed a crazy difference in my hair, and not necessarily like the skin. Like I still get oily, but not too bad. Like I used to get real oily, but there's definitely still some oil. But like legit, my hair was already dry to begin with. People with curly hair naturally have drier hair. And so now, like from the 4th month to the 6th month I'm being on spironolactone, my hair dried out. Like my scalp is so dry that I will go like a week or more without washing my hair at all, and even getting it wet at all, and like there's just no oil on my head at all. Like it is so dry. So I've been really trying to figure out kind of like a new hair care routine and a new like deep conditioning routine, because I used to just be able to use whatever conditioner, and now I can't, and I really have to spend more money on conditioners to deep condition and moisturize my hair. So that's kind of like a down part, but for a lot of people that might be a good thing, because I know a lot of people like really struggle with an oily scalp. But girls with curly hair, watch out for that. It's not that big of a deal, but it was definitely something I noticed. Like it wasn't just something small. Other than that, my skin has stayed pretty consistent, and I do have some random breakouts right here, but that's probably because in between refilling my prescription, I took a couple days off. So maybe that's why, and I'm kind of like going chill on my routine right now. And this is a good like little tip for you guys. If you are like breaking out like crazy for some reason in the middle of whatever treatment you're doing, just kind of like make it the most simplest ever, because the more stuff you're putting on your skin, the more irritating it can be. So right now, I know I uploaded my skincare routine, and that is definitely still my routine. But when I break out, like I have a few right here, when I break out like that, I dumb it down to like cleanser, moisturizer, and SPF. Like that is all, so that it's like the most calming for my skin. But yeah, my skin has stayed so clear, and it's like great. I can wear makeup and whatever, and my skin will be fine. Obviously, to an extent, because I don't wear makeup every day. It's maybe once every 2 weeks, if that. And the only places I do wear makeup are on my my eyelashes or maybe my eyelids. But other than that, yeah, right now I am not wearing any makeup. As far as like something that I have noticed that's just like also great is that I used to always have a bunch of little bumps on my forehead, just like all the time, and my forehead is like completely clear. Like it's just like so smooth and so nice, and I haven't really noticed a difference with my bangs either. So yeah, so that is the update on Spironolactone. I also want to tell you guys that I did get my blood work done on Spironolactone after being on it for 6 months in the last like week. And usually they have you get blood work done just because what happens when you're on Spironolactone, it causes you to really hold in the potassium. So if you have a high potassium diet, then you could possibly overdose in potassium, if that makes sense. So for someone like me, I'm vegan and I do have a decent amount of potassium, but in recent studies and a lot of research, it doesn't really suggest that it's more rare that people will not be able to handle this medication because of their potassium levels, but it's always something good to check. Like they rarely see someone struggling with this medication if their potassium is too high. But for me, I'm gonna let you guys know that I don't have like a ton of bananas anymore because I tried to be pretty careful with it, but I do have a lot of potatoes. But I might have started to eat a little bit less potassium when I started the medication just because I was, trying to be aware of how much I was consuming. But I still eat a ton of potatoes. I have a banana here and there. And I got my potassium levels tested the other day right after I ate a ton of potatoes too, and they were completely normal. And they were like right in the perfect range, whatever. And they also had me test my DHEA sulfate levels, and I don't know exactly what these are. I think these are like the levels of the male hormones in your body or something like that, but those were also normal. So everything was normal, I guess. So but yeah, I am kind of unsure about my future with Spironolactone, because ideally, who really wants to be on a medication for the rest of their life? Because Spironolactone doesn't cure your acne. It helps your acne while you're taking it, and once you get off Spironolactone, it's gonna go back to normal. And I have heard of something called the topical Spironolactone, and I am really interested in that. I do have a dermatologist appointment coming up in the next 2 weeks or so that I am going to ask about, because that would be amazing if I could have the same skin but applying Spironolactone topically and having it, instead of having it go in orally, because I kind of just want to be all natural and not have to take a medication for the rest of my life, or for, however many years. Like, who really wants to take that? So I that'll be coming up in the next 2 weeks or so. I'll find out what my future with Spironolactone will look like. But I do like the results on it, and it saved my skin. So next I'm going to get into Differin and how that's been working out. So I learned my lesson from starting Differin over a year ago during the lockdown and COVID-19 and quarantine and all that fun stuff by starting it too fast. And so what I did this past month and a half, or the past 6 weeks, whatever, I started doing it once a week. And I would put my moisturizer on at night, let it sit in for a few minutes, and then I'd go in and apply the normal pea-sized amount of Differin to my skin once a week. And I did that for the first 4 weeks, and now I'm getting into 2 days a week, and that could be why I am having a small little breakout, but nothing compared to what it was like before when I started Differin over a year ago. And a big reason of that could be because I am on Spironolactone, but it could also really help that I'm starting it really slow, and that is what I suggest for people with like really irritated skin that are breaking out a ton, is to start it like once a week for a few weeks and then go into twice a week, and you don't even have to get to the point where you're using it every day. My boyfriend, he's been using Differin for over a year now, and he doesn't use it every day, and that's completely fine. He uses it like every other day or every third day, and that's fine. He's regularly using a retinoid, and that's just kind of the goal here. So yeah, so that is like my update. I haven't really noticed too much with my skin. I would like for all the hyperpigmentation to go away. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but I don't have a lot of like indents and like pitted scars, which is really good. I mostly just have the redness and the red spots, as you can see here. Like, this is all flat, so that's just all the red little spots from previous pimples and whatnot. So I would really like for that to go away. So that is also something I'm going to be discussing with my dermatologist coming up. And I am also getting some microdermabrasion done for the first time ever. So we'll see how that goes, because that would be amazing if that helped, which I heard it does help the scars a little bit. Fingers crossed, that would be amazing. We shall see. I'll be getting microdermabrasion done in a week, so that'll be nice. I can make a video showing like before and after, or I guess this is the before of the microdermabrasion, and if I upload a video showing you guys the after, then I guess you'll see. I've never had a microdermabrasion procedure done before, so if you have, let me know how it goes and what the benefits are, because I'm still trying to understand that. But my birthday's also coming up, so that's kind of why I just wanted to have a little facial. It's been a really long time since I've had a facial, so that'll be really, really nice. But yeah, I think that's it for this upload. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded, and that's just kind of because I kind of wanted to wait for the blood results for my spironolactone to come back before I could be like, yeah, this is great, blah, 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 and then for my blood results to come back and be like, you can't take this anymore because of your potassium levels. But everything is normal, so that's a thumbs up, and that's why I'm finally uploading this. And I also wanted to update you guys on Differin, but something I really want to do is make a video with my boyfriend, because he's been using Differin for over a year, like I've said, and if you guys have like any questions for him, or I can just show you guys what his skin looked like or what his experience is like, I can definitely do that, and I've been thinking about that a lot. I think that would be a really good video, and he's someone that hasn't really had a ton of acne, but he's someone who's using Differin and has been successful on it. So I think that would really help you guys out by uploading a video like that. So if that interests you at all, let me know and I can do that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for waiting for this video and tuning in finally and sticking around on this channel with my whole acne journey. And I guess I will see you guys soon in my next video.